Have you ever wondered if there are hidden numerical patterns in the Quran that connect different surahs in a profound way? Today, we delve into the fascinating world of Quranic numerology, exploring how numbers might weave together the tapestry of this sacred text. Consider the sum of Surah Kaf and Surah Asy-Syura. Adding Surah 50 and Surah 42 gives us 92. Interestingly, 92 is sometimes considered as 29 by reducing the digits. This aligns with Surah Al-Ankabut, which is the 29th chapter, and starts with the disjointed letters Alif Lam Mim. Both Surah Kaf and Surah Asy-Syura begin with unique sequences of such letters, suggesting a mystical linkage through their numerical and alphabetic elements. Moving on to another intriguing combination, Surah Kaf and Surah Fussilat. Together they total 91, which in a numerological twist associates with 19. Surah Maryam, the 19th chapter, also commences with disjointed letters, further hinting at an underlying numerical framework that connects these surahs. The relationship becomes even more compelling with Surah Fussilat and Surah Kaf individually. Surah Fussilat, being the 41st chapter, is numerologically reduced to 14 and Surah Kaf the 50th to 5. Combined, they again total 19, linking back to Surah Maryam, which is adorned with the disjointed letters Kaf Haya Ain Sad. Another example of this numerological intertwining involves Surahs Al-Baqarah, Al-Imran, and Al-Araf. When we multiply 2, 3, and 7, the chapter numbers, we get 42, which is the chapter number of Surah Asy-Syura. This surah, along with the others mentioned, starts with disjointed letters, suggesting a numerological and alphabetic pattern that binds these chapters. This exploration reveals that by applying numerology, certain patterns in the numbering and disjointed letters of the Quran can be identified. These connections offer an additional dimension in understanding the complexity and structure of the Quran. However, it's crucial to remember that such interpretations are highly subjective and speculative, and do not always align with widely accepted traditional methods of Quranic exegesis. In conclusion, Quranic numerology presents an intriguing aspect of study, revealing patterns that may not be immediately obvious. These numerical connections between surahs highlight a potentially deeper layer of structure and meaning within the sacred text, inviting both awe and further scholarly exploration. Let's dive deeper into the numerological connections between various surahs and verses in the Quran, starting with QS50, Surah Kaf, and QS42, Surah Asy-Syura. When summed up, 50 plus 42 equals 92. Interestingly, 92 can often be considered as 29 in certain contexts, possibly by digit reduction. This leads us to QS29, Surah Al-Ankabut, which intriguingly starts with the disjointed letters Alif Lam Mim. Continuing, Surah Kaf begins with Qaf, and Surah Asy-Syura starts with Ha Mim, Ain Sin Kaf. This combination can be associated with the sequence of disjointed letters in the Quran. Further, QS50 and QS41, Surah Fussilat, when added, result in 91, which can be seen as 19 in numerological contexts. QS19, Surah Maryam, starts with the disjointed letters Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad. Combining Qaf from QS50 with Ha Mim from QS41, we find a connection to the disjointed letters in Surah Maryam. Additionally, QS41 alone can be considered as 14 and QS50 as 5. Combined, 5 plus 14 equals 19, linking back to QS19. Exploring further the multiplication of chapter numbers QS2, Surah Al-Baqarah, QS3, Surah Al-Imran, and QS7, Surah Al-Araf results in 42. QS42, Surah Asy-Syura starts with the disjointed letters Ha Mim, Ain Sin Kaf. QS2, QS3, and QS7 all start with disjointed letters, creating a thematic and numerological bridge between these chapters. This detailed explanation shows that by using numerology, certain patterns in the numbering and disjointed letters of the Quran can be identified. However, it's crucial to remember that such interpretations are highly subjective and speculative, and do not always align with widely accepted traditional methods of Quranic exegesis. In this segment, let's delve deeper into the numerological analysis of QS50, Surah Kaf, and QS42, Surah Asy-Syura, and their intriguing connections. When we add the chapter numbers of these two surahs, 50 from Surah Kaf and 42 from Surah Asy-Syura, the sum is 92. Numerology often offers a fascinating twist here, as 92 can be considered as 29 in certain contexts, possibly through a process known as digit reduction. This brings us to QS29, Surah Al-Ankabut. which starts with the mysterious disjointed letters Alif Lam Mim. Focusing on the disjointed letters, Surah Kaf begins with the letter Kaf, and Surah Asy-Syura presents a sequence starting with Ha Mim Ain Sin Kaf. This combination ties back to the sequence of disjointed letters found throughout the Quran, suggesting a deeper numerological layer. By combining Kaf from QS50 with the sequence from QS42, we uncover a potential link, weaving a tapestry of numerical and letter-based connections. This analysis not only highlights the intricate numerological relationships, but also invites us to ponder the significance of these numbers and letters in a broader spiritual and textual context. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the fascinating world of Quranic numerology, where every number and letter may hold a hidden story waiting to be discovered. As we continue our exploration of Quranic numerology, let's dive into a fascinating analysis combining QS50, Surah Kaf, and QS41, Surah Fussilat. By adding their chapter numbers, 50 from Surah Kaf and 41 from Surah Fussilat, we obtain a total of 91. In the realm of numerology, 91 can intriguingly be interpreted as 19 by methods such as digit reduction or symbolic representation. This numerical transformation guides us to QS19, Surah Maryam, which is initiated with the disjointed letters Kaf Haya Ain Sad. These letters themselves hold deep esoteric meanings and connections across the Quran. Surah Kaf starts distinctly with the letter Kaf, and Surah Fussilat begins with Hamim. When we juxtapose the initial Kaf of QS50 with Hamim from QS41, a remarkable resemblance emerges with the disjointed letters sequence in QS19. This connection not only deepens our understanding of the numerical intricacies, but also enriches our appreciation of the textual and spiritual layers interwoven within the Quran. Each letter and number opens doors to further contemplation and discovery, suggesting that every aspect of the Quranic text might carry a hidden narrative waiting to be unveiled. Join us as we uncover more about these intriguing numerical and letter-based connections in our next segment. Continuing our journey through the intricate world of Quranic numerology, let's delve deeper into the numerical analysis of QS41, Surah Fussilat, and QS50, Surah Kaf. In this segment, we will explore how these chapters can be interpreted through their numerical values in a broader numerological context. Starting with QS41, traditionally numbered as 41, we find that in certain numerological practices, this can be inverted to 14, enhancing its symbolic significance. Moving to QS50, Surah Kaf, which is straightforwardly numbered as 50, this can be simplified to 5 in numerology by summing its digits. When we combine these transformed numbers, 14 from Surah Fussilat and 5 from Surah Kaf, we intriguingly reach the sum of 19. This number guides us back to QS19, Surah Maryam, known for its commencement with the mystical sequence of disjointed letters, Kaf Haya Ain Sad. This numerical bridge not only underscores the interconnectedness of the chapters, but also invites us to ponder the deeper esoteric wisdom encoded within these numbers and letters. Each sum and calculation opens a new dimension of interpretation, suggesting a woven tapestry of spiritual insights and hidden meanings throughout the Quran. As we continue to explore these connections, the text of the Quran reveals itself not just as a message, but as a complex structure of divine knowledge, waiting to be decoded by those who seek to understand its depths. In this segment, we dive into the fascinating numerical connections between Surah Al-Baqarah, QS2, Surah Al-Imran, QS3, and Surah Al-Araf, QS7. By exploring their chapter numbers 2, 3, and 7 respectively, we uncover a compelling pattern through multiplication. Multiplying these numbers together, 2 times 3 times 7, we arrive at the product 42. This product intriguingly links us directly to Surah Asy-Syura, which is QS42. Surah Asy-Syura begins with the disjointed letters Ha Mim Ain Sin Kaf, a mystical sequence that invites deeper reflection. Similarly, Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Al-Imran both start with the disjointed letters Alif Lam Mim, while Surah Al-Araf starts with Alif Lam Mim Sad. This commonality in the use of disjointed letters forms a thematic bridge between these chapters, further strengthened by our numerical exploration. Through this numerological interpretation, we see how the multiplication of these specific chapter numbers not only results in 42, connecting directly to QS42, but also symbolizes a deeper, interconnected narrative woven throughout the Quran. These connections suggest a divine orchestration in the structure of the Quran, where numbers and letters combine to reveal layers of meaning waiting to be discovered by those who seek knowledge. As we continue to explore these numerological patterns, the Quran unveils itself not just as a book of guidance, but also as a profound source of divine wisdom encoded in numbers and letters.